Good morning, viewer. Here's the breaking news. Yes, Russian President Vladimir Putin visited China from 16 to 17 May to hold another summit with President Xi Jinping. This was his second visit to Beijing in 6 months. Putin and Xi have met over 40 times since 2010. The question every expert on international affairs wants to raise is, what is the new outcome of the latest confabulations? The answer lies in a painstaking study of every statement made and every document issued by the two governments against the background of recent major interactions between the two leaders. The latest summit should be examined in the context of the historic February 2022 summit, where the two sides announced a no limits partnership. The latest summit took place when the Ukraine conflict continued unabated. The news from the war front was good for Russia as its troops launched a fresh offensive in the Kharkiv region, securing additional territories. The contrast was struck between a confident Putin walking on the red carpet in Beijing and a worried President Volodymyr Zelensky cancelling his foreign visits due to the recent setbacks. An anxious Antony Blinken, US Secretary of State, rushed to Kyiv to assure that more US aid was coming to Ukraine as the Chinese president prepared to host a glittering banquet for his Russian guest. The backdrop was also marked by Israel's no-holds-barred attack on Rafah in Gaza. Despite near universal condemnation and opposition, the Western alliance led by the US found itself in a particularly vulnerable spot just when the Eastern alliance composed of Russia and China demonstrated their unity and strength while condemning the US on account for its penchant for alliance formation and Cold War. Putin's visit was also preceded by a further dip in US-China relations as a series of visits by senior American officials to Beijing ended up in Washington imposing hefty increases in tariffs on the import of multiple Chinese products. Besides Xi Jinping's recent swing through Western and Central Europe showed his mentality in talking tough to the European Union on the one hand and expanding the conduits of cooperation with Serbia and Hungary on the other. Television images conveying the majesty of protocol and military pomp associated with a state visit were designed to impress and convey that the Russia-China relationship is in its best phase. Behind this exclusive report.